Hello. Okay. I think we're finally live after some technical difficulty here. So today, I played some morning chess like I usually do. You can hang out with me in the mornings. I play some chess. It's going to be fun for everybody. You can see I have my Grandmaster jacket on. That's right. I own a professor jacket. So we need to get down to the bottom of something. This might be a pretty quick stream or video. I made a TikTok of a game I played today. The TikTok went semi-viral, nothing crazy, 20,000 views in a couple hours or whatever. What happened to me today against this person from Switzerland, 1090, I was 11-12 at the time, have since plummeted. My opponent made what's called a brilliant move, which means after your game, you can analyze what happened, and the computer tells you how you did. There are a couple of options. The options are from bottom to top, missed win, which means you could have won, but you screwed up. A blunder, that's just a complete mistake and disaster. Then so it goes missed win, blunder, mistake, inaccuracy, a book move, a good move, an excellent move, the best move available, and a brilliant move, which means you essentially blew the mind of the computer. My opponent made a brilliant move. I've been playing chess for, I don't know, a couple of years. I play, I don't say 100 games a week, different time controls, just play all the time just for fun on your phone or whatever. Never seen a brilliant move. I haven't analyzed every single game I played, but I've never seen a brilliant move. I've never made a brilliant move. My opponent made a brilliant move. I made a TikTok of this because immediately after my opponent's brilliant move, he blundered it away. The piece that he moved to make the brilliant move, he then just gave it away. From that point on, I won the game pretty easily. So the TikTok I made was saying that this was technically a brilliant move, sure. However, it wasn't really a brilliant move. It was such a bad blunder that the computer didn't recognize that it was just a two-move blunder. It took 2 moves to get to the epic blunder that lost the game. But the first half of that turned out to be brilliant. So let's go through. For those of you that haven't ever done a chess.com analysis of something like this, we're going to see what I mean. So I have it on the panel on my right. I've got the scorecard. For example, I made 19 best moves, and he made 18 best moves. He made 1 brilliant move. I made 0. He's got 3 blunders. I've got 2. You can't see that, but let's look at it. So that symbol right there is a book move. Like, that's a nerd move. That makes sense. I make a book response, book, 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 and now we're playing. That thumbs up. That means I think it's an excellent move. Let's get to the analysis. Yep, excellent, but the arrow is what the best move is, according to the nerds and the computers and whatnot. Okay, so here we go. Excellent, but not best. Best move. Excellent, not best. Book move. Book move. Excellent, not best. There are alternatives, etc. So here we go. We're moving right along. Lots of green. Everybody's making moves. We've studied. He and I are at the level of our games where we've studied this far. I'm playing the Philidor. It's my favorite. My opponent exchanges to attack on my king, taking the knight. That's not the best move or an excellent move. It is a good move. Pardon me. I am drinking this Italian Shiraz Sangiovese. Blended wine from Italy, delicious. So right there, exchange. I take. That's what I want to do. This is the Philidor. I want my knight, whichever one. Hopefully the one that started here or here. I want it right here. That's what I want. Okay, so I do that. My opponent follows up with this. It's all good in the hood. Fianchetto my bishop. That means, for those of you that don't know, get the bishop right in front of the rook like this. So it does this. That's fianchetto. Okay, we're moving right along. Fine move. He checks. I take. That is a mistake. He says that he should have retreated because you're blocking your bishop with this. That means the bishop is like irrelevant now. Okay. I now make a mistake. I don't know why that's a mistake, but I'm sure that it is. Oh, it's because the pawn is just sitting there. Like, if he takes, I take. Yeah, I take. That's dumb. Okay. He presses. I thought that was a dumb move, but apparently it's not a dumb move. The board isn't on the screen. Oh, that's really important. Oh, no. Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties today. It's been quite annoying. Streamlabs is going to get a very angrily worded letter from me. There. Are we satisfied now? Is everybody happy? Good. So here we are. Here we are. We're going through this. We're figuring out the double blunder situation that happened today. The brilliant blunder. The famed brilliant blunder. Yeah, so I went live and it didn't work. And then it worked and then it didn't work. Streamlabs, I'm gonna Karen the shit out of them later. Absolutely. Okay, so we're going through it. Things are happening. Yeah, I guess I could restart. We'll restart the analysis, sure. So you notice I'm wearing my jacket. So we'll go back to the beginning of the game for those of you that enjoyed my mistake. Okay, so here we go. Just playing some chess. This is the queen's pawn opening, a gambit, I suppose. No matter what happens, I like my opening move here. I can always get into this position for the most part. And we're moving right along. I take the center. My skilled opponent knows not to exchange right there. H6, had a debate with one of my streamer buddies about H6 and H3, when to do that, when not to. Computer says that's a good time. Book move, we'll call that a nerd move, and here's the best move, getting ready to attack. I take the king's file. There's a castle. Makes sense. At this point, computer's like, hey, bud, you might want to consider looking at the bishop. I don't. Either way, I made a good move. He makes a good move. I make a good move because I like these pawns like this. And then a fianchetto, and then something like this. But anyway, so my opponent takes my knight. I recapture because I want the defensive knight right there on f6. I was told in a book that I bought with my money that's what I want. I want the king's knight defending. Okay, so we're good. It's all good in the hood. We are getting to the root of our investigation, folks. It's happening. We're moving right along in this game. This is a classic game. This is a position that I imagine has happened many, many times before, various versions. It looks very familiar. Okay, there's a boo-boo. He locks in his bishop with that move, and essentially, I don't say blunders, but gives away a pawn in the middle if I want it. I didn't see that. I was thinking about attacking. So we've gotten to the point where our ratings are beginning to show. We are not 14s, 16s, 18s, or 2000s. We are officially 1100s. So he recovers with a good move. I recover with a reasonable move. He gives that away. I sniff it out. This was probably the best move of the game that I thought that I made, because I calculated that with the step up here, I had some other options. And if he takes, then I've got myself a really, really intense attack here. It's like, fine, great. He steps up, did what I thought he would do. That's an inaccuracy. I did something that I thought was the right move because it just could get stuck right there. It was almost the right move. I should have gone all the way back. But I didn't because I'm a kid and I don't know what else to do. So, oh, whoops, went the wrong way. I hate when that happens. Let's go back to where we start to screw up. So I go back. We are on move now 17. That's move 17 from white. That is a big mistake. I thought I took advantage of it by doing this because it was just sitting there. This is a mistake. My opponent takes advantage of it. According to the computer, I should have taken the pawn right here, but I didn't. Okay, so now again, we're starting to get to the clunker. H5 is a good strike once the center is locked up in T5. Yes, I agree. H5, I was talking to the stream about that today. I like H5 better. I told the streamer it's an attacking move. He's like, well, you want to play defense? I was like, yes, most of the time, sure. But he screwed up the center by locking his bishop in. He can't do the sacrifice. He's like, there's no threat here on H7 the same way there would normally be. I'm going to use it to attack. Bishop D8 would have been weird. Total computer move. Right, exactly, right? Doesn't it look? And then you have like a whole thing. Okay. Okay, yes. For the people watching on Facebook, sorry about the board thing. We have a bunch of mistakes. My Grandmaster jacket fits real nice. I totally bought this professor jacket. I wear it all the time. Literally wore it out on Friday. Okay, getting back to chess. Queen takes. That's the correct move. Again, I thought that taking the pawn made sense. Now there's nothing standing in my way of the king. It can't recapture and get whatever. It's wide open. However, that's not what it wanted me to do. It wanted me to take the knight. I should probably explore that line and study, but that's not why we're here. Queen takes. Totally calculated that. My response was to take in the middle. Get rid of the bishop. Now I owned the middle. Look at the pawns. They're all just like, which one do I want? They all look so good. They all look so beautiful. They all look so enjoyable. Getting to the blunder. It's going to happen real soon. That was a mistake from him. Yes. Now I understand. At that point when we made that, I was like, oh, I get it now. I make an inaccuracy. I didn't think that it was an inaccuracy. I don't exactly remember why. I was like, we'll sack right there. It's fine. That was, yes. Okay, so I calculated him taking with the pawn on f5. That's what I thought he was going to do. He took with the queen. I was like, that cannot possibly be what you meant to do, dude. And I thought I was going to punish him for it, but I did that. That was my first blunder of the game. Don't know why that was a blunder. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because the rook and then, yes, no thanks. Okay, so I blunder. My bad. What's up, Keegan? So I blunder my queen, not quite away. He screws up. This is where, oh my God, I'm just now realizing it was a 3-part blunder. Can you spot the blunder? I'll show it to you. 1, 2, but it actually starts here. Then I just completely waste my time. Don't attack the queen. Great. Don't give myself an escape route. Awesome. Back-to-back blunders from this guy. Thought that was smart. I don't know. I move b5, pawn to b5. There it is. Okay, so the TikTokers, TikTok.com. What's up, my dude? Not much, man. Just had a semi-viral video on TikTok. Now I need to explain it. This is the brilliant move. So people want to know why it's brilliant. They argued about it. Yeah, king to g2 is very bizarre because it's setting up this. This is what he does. Bam. That was the whole sequence. It was a 3-move blunder. It was 3 moves. So here's the brilliant move. We need to get into it because there was a discussion in my comments. I didn't read it because I have a day job and I just didn't have time. So let's find out what the line is on the brilliant blunder. I don't know exactly how to do this. Click. So I move there. That's what it wants him to do. Okay, so then what's my response? Take. Why? Oh, because there's a mateable. I see. So king takes c1. The following move from him is take. And then at this point, I'm scrambling. I have a slight pawn advantage. He's up 2 points. Queen splits the rooks. The rooks sack for the queen. The queen gets what it wants. And at this point, we are in a deep grandmaster level game. So I'm just doing this for the TikTokers on the clock. We're just playing. We are in deep. My computer is smoking right now. Guy needed to get a rook on the C file. Your worst pawn was the C7 pawn. Don't know why he went with the H file. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, apparently. That's sort of what I'm getting at. This brilliant move, I believe, is because if we go back to my second queen blunder, or my first queen blunder right here, the brilliant move was set up here. Right, exactly. So chat saying half open C file is what makes white's strongest positional asset. So right here, I think the computer thinks that this is the best move, but he sets up a 2-part brilliant move, especially when I do that. At this point, it's wide open. It's like, if I didn't do that, this is still possible. But I have at least an escape here to this rook, and I could get to this right here if I need to, depending on what I did with my pawns. Remember, it wanted me to do this, but I didn't. I did this, like a nincompoop. And then, bam, he hits me with the brilliant move. Ah. My buddy Keegan's a streamer too. Drop a link. Drop a link for the folks, Keegan. So this brilliant move right here, it set TikTok ablaze. Rooks on C-file is very often a good thing to do. I agree with that. I also notice C-file and 2nd and 7th rank is something that I do. Okay, so the brilliant move happens here, and let's look back at this 3-part blunder. I thought it was a 2-part blunder. It wasn't. He's like, I need to get a rook down there. And then I move my king inside right here, which was the move to respond to the brilliant move. Not that I'm bragging. Not that I'm bragging, but I made the move to respond. If you want to hang out with Keegan, his comments in the chat. He's got, I don't know what you stream. I imagine some cool stuff. You got cool headphones, that's for sure. I made the move that I needed to make. So that I responded to the brilliant move correctly. Then he ruined it. All right, for those of you watching, I have dinner waiting for me, so let's get to the end of the game, which I did not make an efficient checkmate, but I did get checkmate. So there's the blunder. He makes it worse. I make it easy at that point. There's that move. That was one of my other really great moves of the game. I figured out what was happening. The easy, lazy move would have been to block F6, but then he, of course, captures on G7. At this point in the game, I had a $1.52 left. He had 5 minutes, by the way, which makes this even worse. Yeah, it does it anyway just because it's sitting there and doesn't know what to do. I take a pawn and check. At this point, he blunders some more. Take a pawn, and I go back and defend the pawn that he's trying to work with. At this point, he just starts checking out of desperation, and then it gets out of hand. Probably shouldn't have done that. I thought that was fine. It was wrong. Now it's getting bad. Oh, that's why I did that. I moved up because I was setting up to block the queen, which a good player would have sniffed out. I was like, he's going to sniff this out. I'm pretty sure I said that live. Keegan Mitchell. Yeah, man. Keegan's on Facebook. Chris says hi, Keegan. Stream all kinds of games. Also makes YouTube. Yeah, you've been making YouTube videos since you were just a little kid. There's some pretty funny ones. If TikTok had been around when you were 12, you'd been famous. Like, you'd have been millionaires. So there's I block or pin. At this point, what's happening is I'm no longer playing an opponent. I'm playing the clock, and I have screwed up many checkmates. So I have 6 pawns. I'm going to get queens. Like, I don't even care. Let's get the pawns up there. The king is too well positioned. The queen has that open white squares. Then he's just like, hey, how about a rook? I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. Fine. Check, and then here we are. Did I make an efficient checkmate? No. Did I care? No. Yeah, see, he's not even taking that. I'm just trying to get pieces off the board. I literally don't care. 55 seconds left. He wants me to checkmate. I don't care. Like, you know what's easy for me? 3 queens. 3 queens is easy for me. 3. That's it. What can I say? All right, I have dinner waiting for me on the table. I'm going to get out of here. What's up, Irvin? Hey, man, I'm just now leaving. You're bumming me out. So here's what's going to happen. For the people that are here now, I want to let you know that the beer reviews are going to continue. I'm going to do them live. But if you don't want to hang out with me live, I am going to post the video on Facebook. And tomorrow I'm going to announce what we're reviewing. So if you want to have that same sort of style, you can bring yours and we can hang out in the chat. Maybe we'll play some chess. Maybe we'll play some poker. I like to do Wikipedia challenges, if you're nerdy enough to know what that is. Okay, I had to do this because I had a viral TikTok today, and there was an argument in the comments. And I just can't have my comments blowing up with a bunch of nerdy chess talk and a bunch of people calling the nerds nerds, and then the nerds getting mad at the people calling them nerds, which is what effing happened. All right, all y'all, thanks for hanging out with me on my Chess Investigates. Was it brilliant or was it a blunder? It was not a double blunder. It was a triple blunder.